welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a really practical plunge into mastering English.
Yeah, specifically focusing on an approach that's all about building genuine confidence when you speak.
Exactly. We're looking at some fantastic excerpts from Confident English, Daily Listening and Speaking Practice, presented by Emma and Jake. And this isn't just about memorizing word lists, right? It's framed as a shortcut.
A shortcut to speaking clearly, naturally, finding that ease.
Yeah, grounded in stuff you actually say day to day. Real scenarios.
And that's our mission for this deep dive, really. To pull out the core insights from these sources, we want to figure out how you can actually build that communication confidence.
And the key seems to be focusing on practical, useful phrases.
Right. Moving away from, just drilling grammar rules by rote. The goal, like Confident English puts it, isn't just learning words, but helping you speak well.
Smoothly every single day.
Exactly. Smoothly every single day.
That phrase really does stick, doesn't it? It sounds so effortless.
Yeah.
But effective.
It does.
So, okay, let's unpack this a bit. How can just listening and repeating daily, which sounds pretty simple, how does that lead to natural fluency and confidence?
Well, what's really interesting about the philosophy here in Confident English is its simplicity, core simplicity. It basically says you don't need to memorize grammar rules, just listen and repeat.
Just listen and repeat. That feels like a big shift from how languages are often taught.
It is a huge shift, a cognitive one, really, instead of consciously learning rules, which honestly can sometimes block spontaneous speech.
Right, you get stuck thinking about the rule instead of just talking.
Exactly. This method uses implicit learning. Think about how you learned your first language. You heard patterns, you connected sounds with meanings, with situations, and then you imitated them. You didn't study verb conjugations as a toddler.
Definitely not.
So the source guides you to build that familiarity, that muscle memory for whole phrases. Not just the words, but the rhythm, the intonation, the prosody.
Okay, so it's learning chunks of sound and meaning together.
Yeah, so the language feels more like a natural flow, less like a puzzle you have to solve constantly.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like learning to drive, maybe. You don't need to know every single part of the engine first.
Right. You get behind the wheel, practice the basic actions, starting, stopping, turning, until they become second nature.
And this focus on everyday English that sounds natural and easy, it sort of lowers the pressure, doesn't it? Makes it feel less intimidating.
Totally. It invites you to just engage consistently rather than feeling overwhelmed.
So this is where it gets really interesting, how they break down these common daily situations into manageable bits, repeatable phrases, and crucially, why those phrases work.
Exactly. The power is in that focus. High frequency stuff, things you'll genuinely say. It builds confidence step by step.
Okay, let's take the first one. Super common, ordering coffee. Confident English gives you hi, can I get a coffee, please?
Yeah.
But what's the deeper strategy behind mastering these simple lines?
Well, the source really stresses the efficiency and the rhythm. It's about getting the whole phrase I'd like a cappuccino with extra milk to just roll off the tongue as one unit.
One natural sound.
And then adding those little crucial bits like to go please or I'll drink it here. The insight is seeing these as chunks. Your brain learns to go please as one idea, not 3 separate words you need to translate on the fly.
Gotcha. So it frees up your brain power for the next thing, makes you sound smoother.
Precisely. Less like translating, more like just participating, living life.
That's a key difference, building those conversational shortcuts. And does this apply to polite questions too? Those can feel awkward.
Oh, to death.
Like asking for directions. Excuse me, where is the nearest ATM? Or can you help me find this place? What's the angle there?
Well, the source points out these phrases are designed to sound, soft and respectful.
Okay.
But the deeper thing is the power of just being honest, even vulnerable. Think about saying, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again?
Yeah. Or admitting, sorry, I'm still learning English.
Exactly. Those aren't just functional. They actually disarm the situation. They show you want to communicate.
So it creates connection instead of frustration.
Right. The source subtly teaches that mistakes are okay. Being open about learning can even build rapport. And that's a huge confidence boost right there.
That is huge. And building on that connection, what about greetings? Small talk.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing today? Or, I'm good. Just a bit tired. How about you? They seem basic.
They are basic, but they're your entry points, right? They bridge that gap from silence to a friendly chat.
The first step.
Yeah. But the little gem of advice in the source is Say it with a smile. It always helps.
Ah, the nonverbal part.
Exactly. It's not just the words. A smile changes your tone, makes you seem approachable, signals you're open. It's teaching that confidence isn't purely linguistic. It's the whole package delivery demeanor.
That's a really powerful point. Communication, not just vocabulary. Okay, what about shopping? Say, in a clothing store.
Yeah, another common scenario.
Phrases like, do you have this in a larger size? Can I try this on? Where's the fitting room? Even how much does this cost?
These are pure utility. The source highlights these as real lines shoppers use.
No complex theory, just practical tools.
Exactly. Get in, get what you need, communicate clearly. Repetition makes these automatic, reducing shopping stress.
Okay, now let's shift to expressing yourself more personally. Likes and dislikes.
Important for conversations.
Things like, I really like listening to music, or I'm not a fan of spicy food, or I love action movies. How does practicing these build confidence?
Well, sharing opinions is how conversations grow, right? They might be on just transactions. You find common ground or maybe interesting differences that spark more talk.
Makes sense.
And the key advice from the source here is crucial. Be honest, but polite.
Honest, but polite.
Okay. It teaches you to state your preferences authentically without, stepping on toes. Builds conversational agility.
So you can bring your actual self into the conversation.
Right. And the confidence comes from feeling you can express your identity, your personal tastes within that chat.
Nice. How about travel? That can be stressful for language learners.
Definitely. Lots of specific questions needed there.
The source gives examples like, where can I buy a train ticket? What time does the next bus leave? Or how far is the airport from here?
Essential stuff. And the advice, use a calm voice when asking.
Calmness again, even when you might be feeling anxious.
Yeah, because your delivery affects how you're understood and how people respond. Plus, the source notes, practice will make it automatic.
So the more you use these phrases, the less stressful travel becomes?
Exactly. It becomes routine.
What about talking about plans? Just everyday stuff like, what are you doing this weekend?
Simple, common conversation starter.
Or, I'm planning to visit my cousin. Or even inviting someone. Do you want to join us?
Yeah, the source notes the simplicity here. This is basic social glue. Mastering these makes everyday interactions smoother.
And then, the flip side. When plans go wrong.
Yeah.
Running late.
Ah, yes, the apology phrases.
Like, sorry, I'll be there in 10 minutes, or I'm stuck in traffic right now. Maybe even, can we meet a bit later? These feel crucial for maintaining relationships.
Absolutely. The source says these lines help avoid confusion and manage expectations.
Keeps things clear.
Right. And again, the emphasis is on communicating calmly, even if things are changing or you're stressed.
It seems like a running theme, calm communication equals confidence.
It really does. Problems happen, your words matter. It's about taking responsibility with your communication. That builds confidence.
Okay, how about expressing feelings? That can be tricky.
Very tricky, but important for deeper connection.
Examples like, I'm feeling really happy right now, or I'm a little nervous about my presentation, or even, I feel tired but proud.
The source emphasizes authenticity here. These are real feelings. Say them freely.
Freely, but how?
The advice is to speak your emotions clearly and gently. Clarity helps understanding. Gentleness maintains connection. Being able to name your feelings confidently is powerful.
Gently. I like that. What about making suggestions? Taking initiative in a conversation?
Yeah, things like, let's grab lunch together, or how about watching a movie tonight?
Or maybe we can cook something new.
The source links this directly to confidence. Making suggestions shows confidence.
Because you're putting an idea out there.
Exactly. And the tip is simple. Say them with a friendly tone. Again, delivery matters.
Tone is everything sometimes.
Okay, what if actual problems arise? Not just being late, but like...
Bigger issues. Yeah, the source touches on that. I lost my phone or I missed the train.
Right. Real stressful moments. What's the advice then?
It focuses on resilience. Problems happen. Your words matter. It's about how you frame the problem and start thinking about solutions. Even with your language, the confidence comes from staying calm, thinking clearly, even when things go wrong. Confidence comes from calm thinking.
Calm thinking, calm speaking. Makes sense. What about the workplace? Casual chats there.
Super important for team dynamics and your career. Things like, did you see the meeting email? Can we go over the report together? Or offering help. Do you need any help?
The source connects these directly to professional growth. These phrases build strong communication.
And strong communication at work boost your confidence there.
Absolutely. It helps your confidence grow. Being able to navigate those daily interactions smoothly is key.
How about describing routines? Just talking about your day.
Like, I wake up at 7 a.m., I have breakfast and check my phone, I cook dinner around 7. Seems simple.
Yeah, but what's the benefit?
The source says, talking about routines helps fluency. Because it's familiar content, you can practice stringing sentences together naturally.
Ah, like practicing narrative flow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the suggestion is to speak like you're telling a story. Make it engaging, even if it's just about your morning coffee.
Makes sense. Meeting new people, basic introductions.
The absolute fundamentals. Hi, I'm Jake. Nice to meet you. Or Emma, in their case.
Right, and asking basic questions. Where are you from? What do you do?
The key takeaway here is about keeping it simple, honest, and clear. That's the foundation for any good conversation.
Solid foundation. What about asking for permission? That requires politeness.
Definitely. Things like, can I use your phone charger? Is it okay if I sit here? Do you mind if I open the window?
Social niceties.
And the source highlights that asking politely builds trust. It shows respect.
And how to practice.
Practice these with real tone. Don't just read them flatly. Try to sound genuinely polite. It'll help you sound confident.
Tone again. Okay, almost wrapping up the scenarios. Apologies and thanks.
Can't forget those. I'm sorry for the delay. No problem. I understand. Thanks a lot for your help.
These are courtesy.
But the source stresses they are simple but important. And the advice? Use them with honesty and kindness. Authenticity matters.
Honesty and kindness. Good life advice, not just language advice.
Huh, true.
Okay, talking about the future. Plans, hopes.
Yeah, like I'm going to visit my parents this weekend, or I'm planning to start a new course.
Or bigger dreams next year. I want to travel more.
The source connects this to ambition. Dream big, speak clearly. Talking about your future plans actually builds confidence.
How so?
Confidence grows when you talk about the future. It makes your goals feel more real, more achievable.
Interesting link. Last scenario. Describing people or things.
Just basic descriptions, yeah. She's kind and always smiling. He's tall and wears glasses. This phone is new and fast.
Why is this included?
Because descriptions are part of real speaking. You need to be able to paint a picture with words.
And the tip.
Speak with simple, clear details. Don't overcomplicate. Clarity is key.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of practical ground covered.
It really is. And if we step back and sort of synthesize the core insight from all this, from Confident English, it really shows powerfully that genuine confidence in speaking English. It doesn't come from mastering every single complex grammar rule.
Right. Not about perfection in the rules.
No. It's about consistent, focused practice with these simple, real-world phrases. It's about internalizing their rhythm, their context, through listening, repeating, and actually using them, applying them.
So it builds this kind of intuitive understanding. You move beyond just translating in your head.
Exactly. You start to express yourself more naturally.
Absolutely. And this deep dive really hammers home how that active repetition, that consistent engagement, practicing these phrases in situations you actually find yourself in, that's what builds real fluency. And crucially, real confidence.
Yeah, making those conversational muscles strong, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
And, if we try to connect this to the bigger picture, just for a moment, think about applying the same philosophy. Listen, repeat, apply to any new skill you want to learn, not just language.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Well, maybe learning a new sport, or getting the hang of complex software, or even building a new habit. The principle of building foundational chunks through active, consistent engagement, that seems pretty universal for boosting confidence and speeding up learning, doesn't it?
That is a fantastic thought to leave people with, that this method isn't just for English, it's a way to approach learning itself.
Could be. Something to think about.
Definitely. So keep practicing, keep applying these phrases in real life, keep that journey going.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you really are doing amazing. Keep going and speak with confidence.